So there's going to be a couple experiences in this video that I share regarding my trip to IKEA, plus what I purchased, including this Gerton desktop. Some questions that I'm going to answer include, what do I think about the IKEA Gerton desktop? How do I like the autonomous smart desk? Why you shouldn't get shipping from IKEA if you live in a different city or outside their radius? Why I didn't go with the Alex drawers for my desk setup? And what my first time at IKEA was like and why I left disappointed. Let's get started. First and foremost, I have to say thank you so much to Kevin Marcus Jr. for driving me to IKEA. In fact, I was telling him that I'm just going to accept the $200 in shipping costs just to get everything I want shipped to my house. Well, being the good guy that he is, he wouldn't let me do that, and he offered to drive me to IKEA and was like, yeah, bro, we can make this a trip. We can take pictures. I might pick up a couple of things. It'll be a good time. So, all right, I'll take you up on that offer. Thank you so much, Kevin. If you don't know who Kevin Marcus Jr. is, I'll put his username up on the screen. So first, let's talk about that $200. IKEA shipping is $200 if you don't live within that radius. So the items that I wanted, even if it was $150 in value, it will still cost $200 to have that shipped out to me. Why? Because IKEA subcontracts their shipping. IKEA does not deliver the goods to you. They contract it out. Then let's say that person may have a further contract with like a mom and pop movers who would then deliver your stuff. And throughout that process, and somebody that I asked said, they had a horrible experience with IKEA shipping. So don't do it if you can avoid it. When I got to IKEA, we had to wait a little bit in line, but once we got through, it was like almost magical. Not really, but it's a very organized space. You walk through this walkway to all the different departments, and then you take a picture or just write down whatever item that it is that you like, then go down to the warehouse and you can find that item, in boxes that are ready for you to assemble when you get home. So we walked through the store, and before we picked out our items in the warehouse, we decided to stop and get something to eat in the food court. I'd always heard about the IKEA Swedish meatballs, and that was my first opportunity to eat them. I believe that I got the meatballs, some roasted vegetables, and whatever else. I can't remember. I'll throw a picture up on the screen for you guys to check out of my plate. But it was a very good meal, and I posted it on my Instagram, and people were like, oh my God, how was it? How was it? I got about like 5 DM messages about it because they had never experienced it themselves either, and they always heard about it, and it was very good. I would definitely eat at their food court many times over and over again. So then you may be wondering, why was I disappointed? Everything sounds good. Why were you disappointed? I was disappointed because nothing that I liked was in stock. Essentially nothing, nada, zilch, zero. And the things that I did like that were in stock were available in a different color than what I wanted. And this also helps me segue into why I didn't get the Alex drawers. It's because they weren't in stock. Not a single Alex drawer was in stock in any color at the IKEA in Charlotte. Like even some of the accessories for this pegboard were not there at all. But the thing that you guys are going to drag me for is that I should have checked the quantity available on the IKEA store before I went to the store itself. That way I would have known what was in stock and what was not in stock. I did not do that. That was a grave mistake. And when you think about it, that really kind of makes sense in a way, because this is the only IKEA in North Carolina, and everybody is coming from all over the state to get items. So always check the quantity online before you go to the store. So this desk that I'm currently sitting at is the Gerton desk from IKEA. I am very satisfied with this desk. It works well against a black wall. The other side of this office is white, and it will work well against the white walls as well. It's a great color. You guys already seen in my Instagram and on my Twitter feed how this is used as a backdrop, for the flat lay photos, for the other items that I take a picture of my desk. At first, I thought 61 inches in width wasn't going to be wide enough, but sitting at this desk for more than 2 weeks, it is definitely more than enough for me. The reason that I thought this wasn't going to be wide enough initially is because I saw so many other creators on YouTube and other spaces who had like 70-inch, 80-inch long desks in their rooms, and I'm just like, wow, that looks amazing. Maybe I should do that as well. But I'm happy I didn't go that route because the width of this desk is definitely, what I need, and anything longer probably would have been unnecessary. Now, straight out of the box, I did do some preparations to this desk. I sanded it down. I think I went down to 180 grit, then went back up to 220, then to 300. Then I used polyurethane on this for about like 2 or 3 coats to give it a nice finish. For anyone that buys this desk, you can't use it straight out of the package. I mean, you could, but if you ever lay a drink on the desk straight out of the box, it is going to leave a ring, especially, if that drink sweats and whatnot. You're going to have that ring there. There's no water repellent. The other thing I did is, because I didn't get the Alex drawers I was looking for, I got the autonomous standing desk legs. Now, you can go to their website. I don't know how much they cost. Actually, I'll just look it up in my email. So it looks like I paid $269. And that was when it was $100 off. So when I saw that on sale, I definitely jumped on the opportunity to go ahead and buy these legs. The setup was very easy. It took like less than an hour, probably just like 30 minutes to assemble. I programmed the sitting mode and the standing mode, and I also added this drawer. I don't know if you can see it here, and I might knock my microphone off if I try to open it. I bought this drawer from Amazon. I installed it the same day I put the legs on. I have no complaints about it. It matches the legs as well. Everything in this setup so far, I'm loving. Now, this is not a setup tour or anything like that because I still have a lot of work to do in this room. And along the lines, somewhere in the future, I will make a desk setup 2021 video, but that probably isn't going to happen until March. The main takeaway that I want you guys to get from this video is make sure you check the inventory on a site, on a store like IKEA before you go there. Because I could have had my order ready to be picked up, but what if I got there and I wanted to continue browsing and buy additional stuff? Well, obviously I would have saw that it wasn't in stock, so I couldn't have got it, but I definitely would have had everything that I wanted ready for me. What if I didn't want it? What if I didn't want some of the things that I picked up? That's the reason why I didn't make an order to be ready for me when I got there, because I'd never been there before and I just wanted to keep browsing. But you live and you learn. Unfortunately, gotta learn the hard way sometimes. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to check out more, please consider subscribing.